When's it thinking when you're staring at the sun? Whispers in the wind make me wonder what you've done. Secrets in your pocket and a twinkle in your eye got me guessing, stressing, baby. You and all your lies, sneaking round the corner with a smirk that's mighty wide. I saw you with a feather, I saw you with your pride. Jigsaw puzzle pieces that don't fit or show. Inquiring minds, oh darling, they really want to know what you hiding. What's the story, babe? Got a million questions, imagination's half crazed. What you thinking? Little mystery show. Inquiring minds, they really want to know. Disappearing act you pulled on Saturday at noon. Left a trail of glitter like a spinning disco moon. Mask above your laughter, nothing's ever as it seems. Dance around the truth like it's slipping in my dreams. Caught you in a whisper, caught you in a lie. Can't escape the curious, can't escape my eye. Turning every corner, flipping every stone. Inquiring minds, they won't leave you alone. Faded secret messages scribbled on the wall. Clues that lead to nowhere, baby, I've seen it all. Turning whispers into echoes, shadows into light. Inquiring minds won't rest until they get it right. What you hiding? What's the story, babe? Got a million questions, imagination's half crazed. What you thinking? Little mystery show. Inquiring minds, they really want to know what you hiding. What's the story, babe? Got a million questions, imagination's half crazed. What you thinking? Little mystery show. Inquiring minds, they really want to know. When's it thinking when you're staring at the sun? Whispers in the wind make me wonder what you've done. Secrets in your pocket and a twinkle in your eye got me guessing, stressing, baby. You and all your lies, sneaking round the corner with a smirk that's mighty wide. I saw you with a feather, I saw you with your pride. Jigsaw puzzle pieces that don't fit or show. Inquiring minds, oh darling, they really want to know what you hiding. What's the story, babe? Got a million questions, imagination's half crazed. What you thinking? Little mystery show. Inquiring minds, they really want to know. Disappearing act you pulled on Saturday at noon. Left a trail of glitter like a spinning disco moon. Mask above your laughter, nothing's ever as it seems. Dance around the truth like it's slipping in my dreams. Caught you in a whisper, caught you in a lie. Can't escape the curious, can't escape my eye. Turning every corner, flipping every stone. Inquiring minds, they won't leave you alone. Faded secret messages scribbled on the wall. Clues that lead to nowhere, baby, I've seen it all. Turning whispers into echoes, shadows into light. Inquiring minds won't rest until they get it right. What you hiding? What's the story, babe? Got a million questions, imagination's half crazed. What you thinking? Little mystery show, inquiring minds, they really want to know what you hiding. What's the story, babe? Got a million questions, imagination's half crazed. What you thinking? Little mystery show, inquiring minds, they really want to know.
All right, so I was talking a minute ago and didn't realize the mic wasn't on. That was from Epic Games TV. Epic Games TV. Hi, everybody. Whoa. Hi. Sheesh. Okay. All right. Sorry, I had to get some jam on there. Yeah, I mean, how do you get away? I mean, you know, it's like that's the whole that's the whole video. Everybody have a nice night. Good night. So welcome everybody. I'm Inquiring Minds Want to Know. And this is Monday Night Experimentation. Everybody likes to experiment at some point in time. I need to fix this camera a little. And let's do a test. Okay, I wanted to make sure that I was all synced up. I'm in sync, baby. Okay, so last Monday, we tried to do some reduce, reuse, recycling. I'm going to be doing a few little different things today. If you chat in chat, I'm going to be writing your name down. Okay. And don't know exactly how we're working this out yet. I'm going to tell you that you have to be within the United States for this, okay? I know that it's going to cost me probably about $15 or more in shipping. And only, how am I going to do this? So what I decided to do, and you may not want it. You may not even want it. So I made this. This is my own design. Okay. Well, how am I going to get this on camera if I can't figure it out, right? This is my own design. Nobody sees it. Nobody sees it. It's all... No. Figure this out. Where is that camera hitting? Oh, you know what? It's hitting right here. So I'm going to go right here. So if I come closer... okay. Closer, darling. Let's get closer. So I made this. It's just a little bowl. but it's got shaped crayons. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing, peoples. What is up with this camera? Let me try to make the camera bigger. Maybe that's what I need to do. Come on, girl. You act like this is your first day. Let's see. Do, 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 do. There we go. This is designed by me. And like I said, it's just a small little crayon bowl. You can see it's not real big if you measure it to my hand here. It may not be something you even want to win, but it's got I and Q on the inside of it with my tag on it. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. See the I and Q. Anyway, my very first design of my, well, I mean, I've had little designs, but nothing like this. Nothing like this. Nothing that was of strength or anything. So anyway, I was thinking that we could possibly do a drawing with this, but there might be a surprise print that comes in with it. I can't tell you what that is. It's only if you win, right? There's also an option of winning something else. So you'll get your choice of either a sub to my channel or the 3D print. Okay. So I've been testing it out, and it did work with this new card I have, but it's iffy, so hopefully it works. But I'm thinking I'd like to do some kind of drawing. I know it seems kind of weird. Oh my gosh, you're giving me a sub to your channel. How is that a prize? No commercials. So we'll see how it works out. But anyway, so I think if you want to enter, how can I do that? I'm going to put your name down. And then if you win the drawing, then, and you don't want it, then you could just say, do it again or something. But that's what we're going to do. Okay. I know, such a newbie, right? Well, and I am a newbie. I mean, I'm new to this. This is not something I'm used to. I want to get that program. I see a lot of people have this wheel thing they use, and they just put people's names into the wheel. But until I learn that, old school, old school. So, I'm going to put names on a piece of paper. So far, I've got a Threlvith. Hey, and if you know what? If it's just the two of you, then win-win, right? You've got to at least say hello in chat to be entered. Just, you can even type in enter me, you know? How about just bang enter? Do you know what that is? That's your exclamation mark in the word enter. There you go. There you go. Okay. So far, I've got Threlvith and I've got Potino Bowen. And like I said, you're going to get this as a prize. But there'll be a secret prize inside there that I can't show online. I was told I can give it away, but I can't show it. I know, seems weird. You also have to be willing to give me an address. Do not put your information into chat. You can either whisper it to me or you can send me a private message on Discord. Okay. I've got some paper here. I'm going to set that to the side. So last week we did an experiment with the filament. We wanted to reduce, reuse, recycle our used plastic. Remember, does everybody remember what filament is? Filament is the material that is used to make a 3D print, whether that be PLA, PETG, ABS. There's all kinds of different filaments. So, if you remember, I showed you some of the filament last week, last Monday. If you didn't see it, you can always go back and pull up that video. But this is the filament I use. It's PLA. I only use PLA right now. I've not gotten into the other ones yet. This is a pretty color. This is a purple gold. So this is PLA. This is what I 3D print with. I also use rainbow colored, red, different colors of PLA, not just this. We know that because we saw the rainbow. Okay. And last Monday, we found that we could reduce it. We used the blender. And I've been working on more of it. Remember that bag? If you were here last week, you saw my full bag of filament that was either prints that didn't work or, scrap, that I've had since 2019. Let me show you how much I've done. This was full. This was completely full. Okay. Now look at it. That's how much I've gotten shredded. Okay. That's a lot. That's a pretty lot. Now, let me show you what it shreds to. So this huge amount that was all the way full. You ready for this? You ready for this? This is what this is what there is. There's one bag. Two bags. And a half a bag. All of that amount that was in there is this little bit. This is it. So we found that we can color shifting. Yes, it is color shifting. You're right. Yes. So that filament, that gold purple is a color shifting. So that gold purple, this is the gold purple. So one part, it looks purple. And then as you turn it, see the gold? Look, it's a bear playpen. He hid. Okay, so that's what we did. And like I said, I've been shredding, so I need to put this still in the baggie here. So tonight, we're going to see, check this out. Oh, can you see? You can't see it. There it is. Ah, got some on my leg. That's all right. So tonight, we're going to try our next thing. So we've now reduced it, right? We reduced the mess. We took it from that big mess to a small mess. All this different chrome and color. Oh, it's still a little warm. So now we want to see, can we recycle it? Which recycling means to break it down for some other purpose, right? Let's get the full definition of recycle. Convert waste to reusable material. So that's what we did. Yeah. Like some custom car designs. So we recycled it. We broke it down to be used for some other kind of material. So tonight we're going to see, can we melt it and turn it into something else? Now, I've got, if you see in the back here, I've got a couple different ovens. Now, these are old. This one here is actually considered an air fryer. But it has the feature to bake, okay? And then I have a small toaster oven over here as well, that we're going to try to use. And we'll see. There we go. So we can see that toaster oven. We're going to see what it's going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them on and get it heated up. I think we're going to try to use the big one first. Well, okay. So what I did is I went out and I got some silicone molds. Now, I didn't go buy these. I didn't go buy full price on these. I went to a thrift store because I figured, I'm not going to try to reuse, recycle, reduce and buy something brand new, right? I wanted to reuse something that's already been used. So I went to a thrift store. And so I found a few things. Show you what I found here. Hold on. If I can. Let me get this stuff here. I found a few things. I found these. This is Ever Ocean. Handle with care when hot. No idea. So, but remember, we're only testing right now. If this works, then I can get some molds that are actually going to make better shapes. Then I found this, but I don't know if it can be used in the oven. So we're going to use this one with caution. If we start seeing it melting, then, because I thought this one would be neat because it's got the blank bulb part here. Hold on. And then a design here. So then when they're done, we could put them together. So I think maybe we'll start off with maybe that one. And then for the bigger air fryer, we'll test with this first. If this works, then we'll try the bigger one. But look what I found at the thrift store for $1. Well, $1.67. It's a butterfly mold. So I thought maybe we could try that. So, and then I found these ones here, but they say resin molds. I don't know if you can put a resin mold in the oven. There's signs. But I thought that would be neat because if we could melt the PLA in this, then we could actually probably put, like, use the Cricut to put words on it, or use the Dremel into it to make lettering. I don't know, but I don't know. I think we're going to need to look that up before we try those. So I think we should try the little ball one first. What do you think? The little ball one? But while I'm talking about this, I could be having this plugged in and heating up. Some safety stuff. So I have an N95 mask. Okay, I did not buy this for the project. So again, this is something I use downstairs when I paint. Okay. I had the N95 mask before they told us to go get them for COVID. Yeah, that's a possibility. I wonder if we could turn it into a liquid form and then pour it. I don't know. We could try that. We could see. Yeah. That's a good idea, a Threlbith. Is to melt it and then see if we can't pour it. So then in that case, I would probably want to use one of these to melt it in and then pour it in there. That's a good idea. Yep. All right, so these stink. They smell like somebody's been blowing cigarette smoke on them for a month. I even washed them. I mean, I devoured them in soap and water. They still stink. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, so for safety, I have my mask. If the fumes start getting strong, I'll use that. I've got a fan plugged up, ready to go. Okay, I have a window open. And I can open it more if I need to. So let's start with the small toaster oven. Okay, I'm gonna move the blender. And I have my handy dandy plug. I love this plug. This is great. Who is this even made by? Do we know? SUZHOU Pro Torch Company Ltd. But if I want to wind up the wire, I just have to turn this. If I want to make it looser to have more wire out, do that. It has an on and off. It has 3 plugs and USB. All right, so let's move this one back. And you got to be careful with this thing. I cut my thumb earlier with it on the back over there. Ugh. Also, I put a heat-resistant pad underneath it for my table here. I bought this. I don't even know how long I've owned this. Let's see. Gosh, this has sharp parts too. Boy, vey. Just tell me a date. I mean, I want to say I've owned this for a very, 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 very long time. Does it have? I bought it at Walmart. Walmart. Doesn't have a date on it. Let's see. I've been at my job for 9 years. And I brought it with me when I started there. So it's at least 9 years or older. Notice it had that on it. Huh. The things you notice. Okay. So it's a nice little thing, but I quit using it because somebody at work decided they would use it for dairy. Boy, the camera makes you look so much bigger. All right. So, did I plug it in? I'm just like sitting down talking again. Woo! We might get some noise with that window open because I live right behind a store. So it sounds like their trucks are barreling through my house. Aha, now you know something new about me. All right, we got that plugged in. That plugged in. Got it turned on. Now watch this thing not work. That's funny. Oh, no, there it goes. It works. It still works. Let's see. We want to get it on bake. There we go. We got it on bake. And we want it. Oh, I guess, do we need this part? 30 minutes? Yeah. Okay, we got it on bake. We got it on 30 minutes. I'm going to go get my husband's thermometer. I'll be right back. You know what? It might have been a good idea. It might have been a good idea to ask them how this actually works. Because I wanted to be able to measure the temperature. Okay, I got it to come on. We're halfway there. So while that is heating up, and gosh, it is already warm in here. Um, my furnace still is not on. They did not come today, so they were supposed to, but there was a mix up, and so they're coming tomorrow. As long as they get here before Thursday, we should be good. It was like 67 today, so that was good. But by Thursday, it's going to be in the 30s. So we'll definitely want to get our heat on by then so that our pipes don't freeze. Because some people will say, oh, your pipes won't freeze at that. We're talking my house, and we have no luck when it comes to that. Okay. So I think I got it all untangled for the most part here. I was ill prepared. We can see that it's on. See that red light on there? Let's see. You'll be able to see the temperature here. Right now it's at 92 degrees. And we want it to be like 350 degrees. While we're waiting on that, and I apologize, I probably should have started it before when we first started talking, but I was just so excited about being able to do this that I completely forgot what I do, right? It's like very blurry there, isn't it? Okay. No, this is like a totally different way of doing this, isn't it? It's already up to 179 degrees. So we're going to try the tiny ones first. So does anybody ever cook with silicone? Do I have to have a tray? Do I have to have it on a tray, you think? I mean, it's already got a tray in there. Maybe I should, just so that that burner's not like, I don't know. Let's look and see if I'm baking with silicone. I've never even baked with silicone before. I mean, this is all new. This is a true experiment for me. So maybe for support when I remove it from the heat. Yeah. Okay. So we'll keep the tray in there because I just noticed the tray was in there. So it's like, okay, yeah. Okay. So, and it also says online, and we know Google's always right, right? Everything you read on Google is true, right? If it says the sky is purple, it's purple. Uh, it says while silicone tends to bake very evenly, you need to use a sheet tray to stabilize it. Hmm. Which may cause it to heat unevenly. I don't understand that. So it says while silicone tends to bake very evenly, you need to use a sheet tray to stabilize it, which may cause it to heat unevenly. Plus, anyone who ever filled a mold and tried to move it to the oven on a tray knows how messy things can get. Well, it's too late for me um eh, to pull the tray out, so we will have to just stick this in on the tray. We'll do our best. I did forget one thing. I need a pot holder. I'll be right back. I would love to wow you with good looking pot holders and make you think that, oh, wow, she's really got her stuff together. But I don't. So I have these little gloves and then my husband's grill gloves. So that's what we're going to use. We'll start with the little ones, but when we go to get it out, we'll put on the big ones. We're already at 303 degrees, so let's start pouring some of our filament into our mold. Shall we? We shall, darling. So I think we should be able to do it right here. Let's see. All right. This is going to make so many cute colors if this works. All right. Can you see me? Can you see me? Hey, 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 I'm right here. I guess I should have had some kind of scoop. So let's recycle, reduce, reuse again, right? So let's use a Tic Tac container. Everybody, let's. Oh, talking Tic Tacs. Guess what's in? Guess what's in? If you like Tic Tacs, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you like Tic Tacs. So, only once a year. Gosh, I really do look. I have a little bit of a hang up right now, I guess, with the way I look. Because I used to weigh a lot and I lost 113 pounds. So seeing myself on camera is just kind of weird because I look totally different than what I used to. But anyway, so sorry about that. I apologize. I don't want to be vain. Um, it's just different seeing me now than then. Anyway, silliness. Tic Tacs. Yes, the throw this. She's like, I Tic Tacs. We like Tic I said it again. I said it again. I don't know. Anyway, um, during the holidays, only at Christmas, there are two special Tic Tacs that come out: naughty or nice. Now, the nice ones, they're just the peppermint, but the naughty ones, they're sour cherry. They're so good. Now, they're sweet right now. And you think, oh, just a regular Tic Tac, right? Until you get ready to bite into one. That's when the sour goes. All right. We're at 350 on there. We were going to use that Tic Tac container. What did I just do with it? I tell you what, you can't count on me. You can't count on me. We got the lid. I think the lid's going to work better because I can scoop it out. Okay. Are you able to see this? And then we'll pour it in there. Now, you know what else I wonder? Am I supposed to grease a silicone pan? I don't think I want to put oil on this, right? Shouldn't have to oil a silicone pan, right? I guess we're going to find out. That's all that says dry, I think. Okay. And maybe I should just fill these halfway, let them melt a little, and then put more in them. So let's do that. I'm going to split that one up. Of course, I'm making a mess. I probably would have been better off just using my fingers, but okay. See if we can find something to scrape the sides here a little bit. A little lid here. All right, like I said, if the fumes get real bad, I'll put on my mask and I'll turn on the fan. I'm gonna remind my son to shut his door. So let me do that. Yo, shut your door in case the fumes float in. Oh, I'm good. All right. Oh, you can see his reflection there. All right, so we're, oh gosh, it's now at 384. Maybe we should turn this down. I don't know how to turn it down. Okay, we'll have to just watch and see. Wow. All right. I've got a silicone mat here that I can put that thermometer on. I shut the door in case the fumes. All right. Let's see. Got that on the silicone mat because that's nice and hot. Yeah, a throw bit. I think I should have had that tray out of there. Okay, so we got that in there, and we'll just have to wait and see how that does. I just hope that this maybe try one full, one three. Oh, I wish you would have told. I wish I would have known that before I did it. Um, too late, too late, baby. Now it's too late. I'm not sure that. I don't know how this mold's gonna do. Guess we'll find out. All right, I want to look. I want to see if I can find this because, like I said, I got these at the thrift store. So let's see if silicone mold. See if we can find anything that looks like it. Let me see if I can't share my screen so we can look this up together. So if I add a window capture of the Google. See. Get some silicone molds up there. Oh. There we go. All right, let's see what we find. All right, so this is a four circled silicone mold. It kind of looks like a snowball, maybe. Four piece, maybe. What do you think? Um, mold 4 places to have swirly top. Well, it's not this one, but this kind of looks like it. But this says it's a candy melts. So those probably don't go in the oven. Let's see. Yeah, the whole thing looks like it's got actually smoke coming out of it. So let's open that for a minute. I'm gonna turn on the fan. Pull it out for a minute. Wondering if we need to just turn it down. It does kind of look like it. Me, I can melting a bit. Put my other glove on here. Bring us closer to the camera. This doesn't look like it's. I mean, this looks fine. This doesn't look bad. But I'm wondering if how hot it is in there right now. And this pan seems to be a little bit big for that. Oops. All right, let's put that back in. Let's see what temperature it is in there right now. Need to bring it up so it's not touching the pan. Yeah, maybe set to melting point of plastic. Yeah, let's see what is the melting point of plastic. The melting point of plastic varies depending on the type of plastic, its chemical composition, and molecular structure. Um, so I would say it would be more like the polyether ketone, which is the 315 to 353. Um, and I wonder if some of that smoke is just from the pan itself. I did notice I got this uneven now. I'm going to fix this. Kind of like, yeah. There we go. All right. Oops. Put this back in there so we can keep an eye on that temperature. Well, poo, people. This is like really hot now, so I can't just like touch it with my hand. Okay, there we go. It's actually, yeah, it's going back up, but it was like, it's registering 188 right now. 193. We'll let that go, and if it starts smoking again, we'll just open it for a second. The print temperature is 220 degrees Celsius. So that's 428 degrees Fahrenheit. So you take 220 degrees Celsius times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. So, seen that right there? See how it says it? But I cheated. I just looked online. Hey, what happened to our page? There we go. So we really need to get it up over 400. Um, like I said, that smoking could just be, like I said, I've not had this toaster oven on in forever. So we'll just keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. You know what I'm thinking we could do? Let's see. First, we could take that off. Whew, back to that. All right. It's at 260 degrees now. Oh, I was going to show you what else I got to try. I thought I could try out was these stars, but I can't seem to get it open up. I was wondering, what about putting a cookie cutter on a plate, on a pan, right? And putting the filament into the cookie cutter. I mean, as long as it's metal, it should be okay in there, right? So maybe putting it down on a pan and then um so I didn't really think this out that we would be probably bored while we're waiting on this. Um oh yeah, it could. It could. It could wind up oozing out at the bottom. Another thought, what about just using a flat pan, melting it on the flat pan, and once it's like really soft and mushy, then you could push this down into it. Then it would be solidified on the bottom, and then you could just cut into it maybe. That could be an option. Now, I thought about doing this in my regular oven, but you cannot. This is something I don't think that I want to mix food, mix where I cook with my food because I don't want to poison my family. I kind of like them, want to keep them around, maybe. Tic Tac. It's at 296 degrees now. So while we're waiting on that, do you have any questions about 3D printing? Anything that I may or may not be able to answer? If I can't answer it, I'm sure happy to look it up and try to find an answer for you. Um, Also, anybody that's here that's coming in, if you want to be part of the drawing, you just have to say hello in chat. Most people make you stay for the whole video. I'm not. You don't have to stay. If I draw your name, I will whisper you. Make sure your whispers are on for me. Or you'll have to wait until the next time I see you on stream. You must live in the United States. I'm sorry, but I bit into, like I said, the black, if you bite into them, got a Kapalia sour. Well, it's been on for 30 minutes. Been on for 30 minutes, just dinged. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on for another 30 minutes. And let's go ahead and pull it out and put some more in. Whew. I think I may need some safety. You've all seen me in mask before. Just while it's open, I think. I'm going to pull it out here. And I'm going to move this silicone mat here over. Yeah, so, I mean, it melted down. But it looks like it's going to need a lot more heat. Ow, and a lot more time. That back one, this back one back here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do I have something I can dip into here? I have something I can dip into here. Oh yeah, this is working. This is working. No, I don't want to run that. A screwdriver. Okay, here we go. Here we go, pair of scissors. So yeah, look, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? You probably can't see that. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You gotta see this. It is working. It is working. The back one is working. The back part of it worked a lot better. Okay. Can you see that? See it stretching like cheese? So it is working. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's put some more in. Okay, overfilled this one. I'm gonna give it a little bit of pressure. And I'm doing what you said to throw this. So I've got one really full. I've got one a quarter way full, one is still half full. So we'll see how that does. Well, more than a quarter, I guess. Not we got one that's all the way full, one that's a little full, one that's just a smudge full. Ooh, that's hot. Actually, that's not really that hot. So we'll try that. So I've got this one's really full. This one I don't have as full. There you go. You can see this one's not real full. So we'll put that back in there. Okay. All right. We'll leave that go another 30 minutes. And so I think we really need to get it up even higher. I think with the temps being higher, uh, it works even better, I think. Let's get that back in there. I don't want it to rest up against the glass, though. I want it to. How do you get these things to stay in there and not keep the glass open? All right. All right. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, I look beautiful now, don't I, darling? I'm only messy and sweaty. Oh, actually, I don't know why I didn't do this yesterday when I was freezing to death. Whew, I do apologize. I'm gonna put my hair up in a rubber band. Maybe. Okay, you know me, I lie all the time. I'm not gonna put it up in a rubber band because I don't have one. I don't have one. I don't have one. We don't okay. We outlawed toothpicks from the house. So toothpicks are not allowed in this house. And I'll tell you why. When my son was little, he came to me screaming and crying in so much pain, he could barely walk. And I looked down, yeah, and there was it looked like a bone sticking out of his foot. At first, that's what I thought too. I thought, oh, some kind, I tried to pull it and he started screaming. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a bone. It's a bone. He's broken his foot and that's a bone. So we went out to the hospital and the doctor looked at me, looked at him, kind of gave a little bit of a smirk, and he said, roll over on your belly. So my son rolled over on his belly and he had him put his leg up and he took it and he just pulled it out. And it was a toothpick. What had happened is the end of the toothpick had broken off. So that's why it looks so flat like it did. It was a toothpick. A toothpick. Cost me a fortune. A fortune. And I said, never again, no toothpicks in the house. This is kind of popping up here. It needs to kind of stay flat, I would think. This is kind of, you know what? I think I'm going to give up on measuring the temperature for now. We know that it got up pretty hot because having this in there, it seems to be keeping the door open. Let's try like that for a bit. Stirring it? Oh, that's a good idea. That's actually a good idea. Let's leave it in there for about 15 minutes and then we'll pull it out, we'll stir it. That's a really good idea. That is a great idea. Let's see, does online say anything about let's see. Okay. So no, I don't know that I want to do. Okay, so I'm sure 10,000 people have melted plastic. This is a different kind of plastic, but let's, I've looked online here. Let's see. Let's go back to our window capture. Go back to our window capture, see if I can get it, pull it back up again. And it says, no, you generally should not stir plastic while it is melting, as this can introduce air bubbles, uneven heating, and potentially compromise the integrity of the melted plastic. So I probably shouldn't have touched what I did. Especially if you're trying to create a smooth, consistent pour or mold into a specific shape. One thing I didn't think about for this experiment is having something else to do while we wait. See if I can get this to quit being so blurry. There we go. Now, I'm no expert at getting things unblurry, but I see a lot of people go like this when their camera starts to blur up. So I think one thing that we could do while we're waiting is let's go to Tinkercad. Let's go to Tinkercad. So we could go to Tinkercad. This is where I created my my crayon bowl. Sorry, I lost it because I changed it to a different window. So give me just a second there. There we go. So this is that crayon bowl. You can see my initial, the I and Q in there. And I can kind of show you how I did that. I have lots of different usernames, so you'll see that I had a username there. Okay. So what I did to make that, now they already have a crayon in here. Okay. If you go to basic shapes, I can search for that crayon, for a crayon. So see, there's the crayon they have. But I wanted to make it myself. I didn't want to use what they had. Okay. So I decided I wanted to do it myself. So I just started with some shapes. So I took a shape for like this one. And I made it taller, of course. And then I went here. And I can't remember the exact size I used. Maybe a 10 and a 10. And then for the top, it is an 8 and an 8. I took this shape here. And if I shift, I can make it smaller. You can do this. You do not have to have a 3D printer to play with Tinkercad. It doesn't take a whole lot of any kind of computer to do this, okay? First off, come on. It can be a pain in the rumpicus bumpicus, though, size-wise. There we go. I just brought this down into here. And then see how it's got a point to it? I didn't want the point because I wanted it to be more like a crayon. If you take one of these shapes here that are clear, come on. Oh, you know what? I didn't change this. This is part of my problem. There we go. Ugh. Come on. It can be a pain in the rumpicus, too, to get this to do what you want it to do. All right. There we go. I'm new to all this myself, so I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form with this. But so now once I get this where I want it, right, the clear over top of there, then I can group it all together. And look, it chopped that top off, but it chopped it off more than I wanted. So I'm going to hit undo. And I'll bring that up a little bit more. And see there, now I've got my crayon. Now I want the round rims. So what I did is I took this one here, this shape. Now my shape here was an 8 and an 8. So I took this to a 8.5 and an 8.5. I may want to go to a 9. 9 and a 9. I'm highlighting both of them. I'm going to go back up here so that I can get them even with each other. And I can bring this up a little bit. I want it thinner. And then I'm going to control D to duplicate it. And then I can bring that one up. And this took me a little while to do. But once I got the rims where I wanted them, which I think I'd like to have that up a little bit more. Then I changed it to a gray. So remember that empty one we brought in, the square? But now I brought in a solid. I can change that solid to the empty. Oops, wrong one. I may not have it small enough in there. So I'm going to go back to the 8.5 by 5, I think. Maybe I'll keep it at the 9 for now. Then again, you're highlighting everything and you're regrouping it. Yeah, see now my lines? See there? So now I've got that. And I could have done that. So I'm going to undo for a minute. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift both of those. I'm going to control D. And now I've duplicated those two. Come on. There we go. There we go. Now I can bring that up to the top. And now I can group the whole thing together. Nope, I don't want to group you. You got to be careful if you've got something else on the board that you don't group it with everything else. And there we go. See, now I got my crayon. Now, a Threlvith. What if I wanted to do more with this crayon? Maybe I want to put your initials on it, right? Or maybe I want to put the color of it. So what I can do is I can lay it down on its side. And I can take this text, which is way too big. So we're going to make it a lot smaller. And I can drop down here and I can put your name. You could become a caller. But we wouldn't want it sticking out, right? We would want it down into the crayon, maybe. And we're gonna wanna turn it a little. Ah, too much, too much. So now I could take and change that to that clear. Okay, we're smoking a little bit, so I'm gonna go back to that in a second. But now look. Now this color is a Threlvith. All right, let's check on this because it is smoking. It's smoking. No smoking in this house. No smoking in this house. I don't want to get too close to that. Breathe all that in. All right. Oh, it's bubbling up a little bit. You remember where it said not to mix it because it'll bubble? Where I touched it with the scissors, it's got a big blistery bubble. But yeah, check it out, all. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm an airhead. Let me minimize this. All right. I'm going to try to bring it over here and get the camera on it better. It is working, but it looks like it's going to be something that's going to be time consuming for sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to, yeah, see the blistering bubble there? But the ones that I didn't touch, the ones that I didn't touch, sorry, I'll figure this out. I promise I'll figure this out. It's definitely melting though, but you can see the big bubbles in that one. But you can see where they melted. So I'm going to put in some more filament. Surprisingly, this mold doesn't stay real hot. I'm wondering if we could get this a little hotter. If we could somehow get this temperature to be a little hotter. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. It does stink in here. It is a wee bit stinky. It has a toast of 450. Let's try to see if we can get it up to that 450 mark. We'll leave that go and we'll put the thermometer in here in a few minutes and we'll see if we can get it to heat up a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. to melt it and then pour into something else, I don't think is going to work. Might be too thick to pour. I totally agree with you on that. I really do agree with that 100%. You can see I didn't get this mold even. It's like, all right. So we'll keep doing that. Um so yeah, so the Thingiverse, that's a way that you can design stuff. There's all kinds of pre-made designs on here though, but I want to do them myself, you know? Something that I want to make. Let me show you something else I want to make here. Hold on, let me get this back where it needs to be. We'll get rid of that there because we don't want to mess this file up here. Because it'll save automatically from what you finish with. So we don't want to lose that. But this is what I'm trying to do. I'd like to be able to do everybody's character. So this is what I'm working on. Just practicing, trying to figure it out. It's a learning process. It takes a lot of time. So like the bag here. I want to be able to thin that out. Can't find. There it is. Finding all these little marks too. Now there are other programs out there that you can get. Like Fusion 360 and stuff like that, but that's all going to cost you money. Then you're talking money. All I want to do is empty that space out there. I'm going to bring this further out. See how much fun this is? It really is. I mean, I know it probably doesn't look like it's very much fun right now. But just getting to make your designs what they are. See, if I can get this in here, I can clear all that out where I messed up on it. So I have to re-empty this bag. I didn't get it in there enough. I can always just hit back. I got a lot of it out. See that? A lot of it's coming out there, but I need to get all of it out. So that's a work in progress, but that's what you can do even to smooth out the body. So like where I'm sculpting the body here, I'm just going slowly into each corner and crevice of like this knee here and just bringing it up to it. Maybe I just want that bend to be a little bit more smooth. And then I got to be careful and make sure I'm not hitting the other leg. And then I just group it together. See, I've scooped it out just a little bit more, but I scooped it out too much. So I just hit undo. And if I wanted to take the whole leg off, maybe I don't want TD to have any feet. This is TD, by the way. Maybe I don't want TD to have any feet. You ready? No more feet. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot to it. Um, oh gosh, you guys, I'll show you a really neat one. How many of you, oh gosh, see all the smoke? So I think the 450 was way too high. They kind of look, it looks burnt. It looks burnt. Oh, yeah, they're really bubbling up back in the back. The front ones look good. Front ones look good. The back ones look terrible. The back ones look terrible. The front one, though, this front one, I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to hold it. See that one there? That looks good. Looks almost like a lasagna. Let's take them out and let them cool. I think I can smooth it out though. Little bubble there. All right, so let's, I think they're pretty good and melted. All right, we're just gonna let that cool. Let those cool. Yeah, how do you, this is when you say hold my sign so I can see if it's hot. But that silicone really isn't that hot. All right, let's just let those cool. I'm going to push them back just a little bit. That glass. Let's just let those cool. But they did melt. It did melt. So we know that we can get it to melt. While we're waiting on those to cool, let's pull this other one out and see how it does. Now, I don't know how well this other one's going to do. I quit using it years ago. But let's pull this one to the side. We'll let it cool. We know it can melt. We know that. We know that we shouldn't have mixed it. I probably shouldn't have poked into it. But then it did the bubbles. But is that because I poked into it or just because of the heat? We're going to let those cool. But it's bigger. It's bigger though. So I didn't want to plug them both in at the same time because I have electric issues. Yeah, I should have put on my mask and I didn't. I didn't put on my mask and I should have because it's like really, my throat's kind of burning a little bit. This is actually something that I think that if I do again, I would do outside, but I couldn't because I wanted it on the video. Okay, so let's see if we can't get this one going. This one goes up to 450 as well. Let's take it down on 350 to start, and then we can always raise it up. Okay, let's see. We want it on bake. Can you guys, hopefully you guys can hear me. Bake, right? I'm going to have to go find a tray for this one. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. And let's use the butterfly one. We'll try the butterfly one. What do you think? Should we put more in, or do you think that's enough to start with? Little might be better. Okay. Let's leave it like that. Well, you know what? Let's wait till it heats up. And let's hook the thermometer in so we can see if it's even heating up. Because like I said, it's been a long time this one's been unplugged. Because we were having issues with it. So let's see if we can even get up to that temperature. I can already tell you, I see I've got a problem with my door doesn't seem to be shutting all the way. I can see it right there having an issue. Let's see if it even heats up. We may or may not be able to use this one. All right, let's leave that run for a minute. We'll see. Um, oof. It's at 99 right now. Yeah, see it's going down. Went down to 98. Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna work. Look at it, how the lights even. We may not get to try this one. Yeah, I got the fan on. We may not get to try this one because it's not staying heat. It's not staying. Yeah, this one's not working. My headphones. Well, it keeps switching. The light keeps switching on it. If I hold the door, it seems to be getting hotter. I think this one, yeah, the light works, but it keeps flickering. It's like each time it has like a little click to it. If I hold the door, it's the tips going up. But if I let go of the door, what's going to happen? Let's see. We'll wait and see if that goes up or goes back down. How's this doing? Taking forever to heat up, though. Well, we'll let it sit there and keep going, see what happens. Yeah, at least the light's working, right? It's just kind of flickering. I don't know if you can see the flicker when it flickers. Did you see that? It's up to 160 now. That other one heated up really fast. That little toaster oven, it's like a monster of heat. Take my glasses away from there. So I want to thank you guys, everybody, for being here today. I know it's kind of weird. This is different than playing the game, right? Might be too fast, or did I blink? No, it's like a little tiny blink. It's just like, you can't hear it, but I can hear like a little click each time it does it. See how it just the light flicker? Totally different. Oh, I was going to show you something that I am getting ready to try to 3D print. Now, I asked Big Ed Mufasa, Big Ed Mufasa, Big Ed Mustafa if I could use a bust of his face to try to sculpt a bust of him. And at first I was like, oh, I can't believe I just asked that. You know, because not, isn't that kind of weird for somebody to come and say, hey, I want to borrow your likeness? But he was so wonderful. And he's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So, I used AI to help me with the bust. And it did capture him pretty well. And I was able to go into Tinkercad and tinker a little, but it did something weird. It gave him hair. So I'm assuming the headphone in the picture made it look like it was hair, so it's sculpted hair. So I'll show you this. I'll show you this sculpture. Princess Leia headphones like Spaceballs. Wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. Let me get this to pull up. But yeah, it gave him hair. He's got a beard right now. He's growing a beard. And see, I put his name down there on the. I don't know how well you can see that. So I got to figure out how to get rid of it. I got to sculpt the hair off of it. Because right now he's got a shaved head and it's more just pointed here. But I think the headphones caused it to make it like that. And I don't know what the back of his head looks like. I've never seen the back of his head. That 175, it's taking its sweet time. I have no clue what this is down in this corner. Do you see what I'm seeing? Look down in the bottom left-hand corner of the video. Do you see something moving? Like, what is that? What is that moving? Okay, here's my arm. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, you're right, Athro. It's Rosario's feet. Oh my gosh. Diesel Sneasel. It's Rosario. You've got some really great eyes. I didn't know what that was. I thought I'm looking for that to be blowing something, or I'm like, what is that? Josh, I'm a nerd. I tell ya. So it's at 179. Should we try it? I wonder if we put it on air fry, if we can get it to get hotter. I'm going to try air fry. I changed the setting from bake to air fry, and it's already gone up from 181 to 186. Now it's getting hot. 190. Yeah, I think we just were on the wrong setting. Oh yeah, we're getting there now. We're at 202. Still hot. Still hot on those. We're at 218. Should we go ahead and put it in? Yeah, I'm wondering if the element has an issue. But it's really heating up now. It's at 225 now. So, I mean, I think I'll go ahead and get it in there. It's at 232. I don't know. I'll give it a minute more. I'll give it a minute more. Because I think we had that one almost at 350 before we put anything in it. $250. Thank you for hanging out. I'm sure that you could probably be doing so many other things. And hopefully, everybody's still doing their thing while they're watching this too, because this is, like watching paint dry, right? I can tell you what one of my next projects I want to do is I saw this thing at a grocery store of this big snowman, all made out of plastic. And I thought, why can't I 3D print that. So I thought, like I made the panels for the holocron. Why can't I make those panels in clear and put them all together and make my own snowman? So that's what I want to try next. Oh yeah, look, it's at 270 now. Yep, yep, yep. I think I'm gonna put just a little bit more filament in the butterfly just so that it has a little bit more of a base. Trying to get this butterfly to be all even. I gave it just a little bit more. Because as I was sitting there looking at it at the table, it just looked too thin. We're at 293. I'm getting excited now. I really hope this butterfly turns out. This would be really pretty. So it's at 297. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this in. You had a night wrestling match with your puppy and you won. You won the wrestling match. What's your puppy's name? Okay, it's at 300. We're going to go ahead and put it in. Hopefully we don't lose a lot of the heat. Yeah, see, we're losing heat now. I done opened that up. I did it now, didn't I? Oh, come on. Don't lose heat now. Don't do this to us. Come on. Yep, see, if I let go of the door, dang, we had it all the way up there, and now it's at 240. I wonder if it has something to do with the door. Hmm. Oh, bummer. I see. I was afraid to open it. I was afraid to open it. It's down to 211. Yeah, not a probe. It's heating back up, but if I let go of this door, it probably won't heat. This is my life from now on, holding a door. Yep, this is me. Sad part is it's way past its warranty. I'm gonna let go and see what happens. Okay, it's raising. We'll let it go. Let's see how this one's doing. You know what's happened here? The one that we did, the pan's cool, but it's stuck there. It's still hot to the touch for the plastic, but not the silicone mold. This part is hot, but I wonder if we can go ahead and peel it. I'm going to try. Should we try it? Should we try to pop this out? It's very dark, but um hold on, hold on. I got to show you this. It's got some rough edges that would need to be sanded down, but it did work. It did work. Um Gosh, let me get up. Let me get up here. Here we go. It did work. The colors were not very, not so bright. Let me put my flashlight to this so you can see it a little bit better. Try hold a paper behind so camera can focus. Okay. Kind of like this. You are so brilliant. Kind of looks like poop. That wasn't funny, was it? You can see the actual colors in it. So it did work though. It actually looks really cool. I want you to be able to see this better. Does holding it back help a little bit, maybe? All right, let me hold it just like that. Looks pretty. Now put the paper behind it. You just can't see all the colors in it. It's pretty shiny too. I don't know if you can see how the light is bouncing off of it. Let's peel another one out. What do I do with it? Huh. Let's see if we can peel another one. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Now this one is the bottom part that doesn't have a design to it. Oh, the camera's trying to focus on the... There we go. Look at this one. That's the bottom part, the part that doesn't have a design. Look at that. That's much better, isn't it? Thank you, Athrelbeth. But yeah, I mean, it just would need, it'll need some sanding on this part. Yeah, yeah. So what you would do is you would take these two pieces. Because one part has, of course, I didn't put enough resin in to that, or resin, plastic. Haha, see, now I got resin on the brain. Because see, the mold, one part of the mold has a design to it, and the other part of the mold was plain. Let's peel the other two. Peel the other two. See how that worked? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So with some better molds, we probably could do, and maybe with a better heat system. I'd like to do maybe something that has more detail to it. But oh my gosh, it is so smooth on the on that bottom parts. We definitely would have to sand this part though. See, it kind of even looks like it burned on the top on that one. This is one of the ones that had the bubbles in it. But look at that. See the other one, the other piece. Here's the other piece. And look how it just comes right out of the mold though. I mean, that just peeled right out of there. You can see all the different mixtures of the colors. Yep, it could be a pedestal for a figurine. But yeah, so I want to get some different shape things um to try with this. But I mean, we were able to get it to work though. So we know we can reduce our stuff. And I bet you I could probably throw this back in. And I wonder, my husband has a smoker out there that he doesn't use anymore. It's an older smoker. And I bet if I stuck these out there in that smoker, it would remelt them into something else. Paperweight. Could even be a paperweight, sand that side, of course. Um, yeah, I mean, it sands pretty good. But there's all kinds of things. I mean, if we have different shapes of molds, we know we can reuse. Yeah, let's see. Rosario's figurine. Where are you at, Rosario? Rosario. Where are you? She's sleeping on the job. What else can go on there? Let's see. Put our little skull benchy. It's a little slippery. It's slick. It really is smooth. Oh, you know what else? Watch. I could probably drill a little hole and even put my flower in it. Yep. Maybe put it on this side because it looks more like the dirt. Make it a pillow for my dragon. Stunning stone. But yeah, the colors are kind of dark. I think that I would maybe in the future when I shred it, I may want to like separate brighter colors so that it doesn't all come out like mud. I mean, but if you saw this up front, I mean, it does have some beautiful color to it. But remember, we took this from, we went from this, we went from this to this to this. So I think that my hypothesis was that we could shred it, and we did. My hypothesis was that we could melt it into something else, and we did. So I think for the description of recycle, reuse, reduce, look at how much better this one came out than this one. Look, okay, so this one, see how dark it is? See how much brighter that one is? Yeah, it can, and it can become, it can go into a design. So I think it just depends on the mold we use. Yeah, I'm not sure how well this one's going to come out because it's only at 268 degrees. We really need it to be a lot hotter, a lot hotter. This one seems like it's staying at the 269. I tried turning it up to see if that would do anything. Seems like it's staying at 269. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that color and heat could have something to do with it. Turn it. That's not working at all. We had it up to 299, but then I had to open the door. it's losing temperature again now. I'm going to go back to the that. All right, I'm going to take 2 minutes and I'll be right back. Back. Sorry about that. I'll try to pull some of the air up through it. Is it hot in here? All right, some of the fumes are kind of wafting through the house and having a few complaints. But I think I've got the fumes under control. I put on another fan in the attic fan. So I'm going to open up another window. All right, so I think this pretty much can conclude that we recycle, reduced, and reused. My husband's not feeling so well. I think he says it's the fumes, but I don't know. I think it's more of a welcome back, welcome back. I think this is more of an outside thing, you know? But it does work. That's what we wanted to see if it would work. We wanted to see, can we recycle, reuse, and reduce the leftover filament? And we can. Now, these are with the parts I was able to grind with a blender. But what about the parts that are too big for a blender? What about the parts that are too big for a blender? What do we do with that? Because I have other parts that are way too big for the blender. So, would that be something I would have to use like his smoker to melt? This is a failed print. It's a headphone holder. But it's too big and too thick to go with a blender. So would we, yeah, smash it with a hammer? Would we be banging it up with a hammer? Would we be cutting it up with a jigsaw? Um, or would I just lay it? Would I just lay it in a pan and something more extreme heat like a smoker and let it just melt on its own? Would that work? That may be something we have to check out in the future. This was Batman. Here's his ear. So yeah, this is a failed question mark. See, the bottom piece didn't turn it into a bracelet. Be Wonder Woman with it. Now these little ones, these little pieces like this, I put those in the blender and they blended fine. But these bigger ones, that's what I would wonder, you know. And then like this I think would work in the blender. I think this will work in the blender. This was a failed pumpkin. Not always does everything you 3D print correctly. Lots of failed stuff. A lid. It probably could just be sanded down and still reused. Um, So yeah, that's the kind of stuff I wouldn't be so sure of. Like these. These are actually just leftovers, but because I put the date on it, 2022. So yeah, I think that pretty much is. Let's see, how are we doing over there? Wow, we're up to 330. But I don't know what else to do since you turned off the attic fan. So yeah, so I think for all intent purposes, do you think we got what we were wanting to do though? I mean, was this something that was this a waste of everybody's time? Did I waste your time? I hope not. I can tell you that this mold did not like it. I'm looking at this mold, and I don't know if you can see that white ring. Let me go down a little bit. That white ring there. It's like if you look, the other one doesn't have that. So I don't think this mold liked it much. It's a lot, it's real thin in that middle. But I think, yeah, proof of concept, I think with some better materials outside, I don't think I would do this in the house again. I don't think I would use this mold again. I think it's, I won't throw it away. I won't throw it away. I will use it for other stuff because the kids, I think, could still use it for resin. I also think that they could still use it for their Play-Doh and their clay. So we will still keep it and use it for other things. So we will reuse and recycle this by using it for other art projects. But it will not be made for food, that's for sure. Um, we didn't try these molds. We didn't try these thicker molds. But I may try them outside because I think these would make for some neat little nameplates. So, or even little houses or something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I think for all intents and purposes, I think what we wanted to do, we did. And it did what we thought it would do. Maybe not in the way we thought because I wanted it to be a better shape. I wanted some kind of design to it. But I couldn't find anything to use that I felt like was okay. But I definitely will try it again outside. But I do think that these were pretty cool. Only if I could figure out where I'm going with the camera, right? Pup potty! Pup potty over here. Ooh, ooh, pup potty over there. Ooh, ooh. Thank you, pup potty. Long time no see, pup potty. How are you? Pup potty, you kind of were a little late to the potty. um, let me get pup potty's name down on here. Okay. So what we were experimenting. We were experimenting. Um, we decided we wanted to see if we could reduce, reuse, recycle our unused filament that we use in 3D printing. So we're talking the scraps and the failed prints. So last Monday, we used a blender and found that we could shred our filament. So this bag here was completely full. This was completely full of filament scraps and failed prints. And we were able to shred it down. Where's our bags of shred? So we were able to take those failed prints and we were able to shred them down. Oh, I'm terrible with this camera. We were able to shred it down. So look at these, like this little bag. Okay. But we wanted to go further. We wanted to know, could we melt it? Is it meltable? Could we make something else with it? Could we reuse this? So what we did is we have some toaster ovens here that we had on, and we were able to put the shreds into a mold. And we were able to make something else with them. Some of them came out lighter, some of them came out darker. But it also could hold another design. Here's one of the molds that have the design on it. So if you can see that. So we were able to see that that could be done. Now, I would like to see it be done on more designer things. We were trying with this toaster oven, but it's not keeping the heat. It's actually already, so. Oh my gosh, a thrill that this did melt. This did melt. It's really hot, so I'm not gonna be able to hold it long here. It did melt, so we just gotta let this one cool. Gotta let that cool. Let's set it up top here to let it cool. And we're just trying to now get the fumes out of here. Trying to open these windows up a little bit bigger because the fumes are really gross in here right now. Yeah, so the lower heat did work. Yeah, because that was like the highest that one got up to. Because remember, we got it up to 299, but then I opened it. The highest it got to after that was 232. So we, yeah. So that's what we did is we made it into. So we had it into that powder form. I'll show you this. Hold on, I'll pour it into the blender. Let me show you how we blended it. So I mean, it blended really well. So all those big chunks, we were able to blend it into this. You ready? Let me make my camera bigger again. Hold on. Okay, here we go. This is what we shredded it into. I mean, we were able to shred that really nicely. So think from so the higher temperatures were really worse on it than the lower temperatures, which is what a Threlvith is saying. Lower heat is okay, less than 428. This is what it started out as. This is what it started out as. And we shredded it into that fine smallness. Fewer fumes, safer air, but still do this outside to be safe. Yes. For now on, it will be done outside. because it really irritated my husband's throat so much that when he was coughing, I think he made his throat bleed a little bit. So I didn't like that. Don't like that. So, but yeah, so, but for the most part, it worked. But I think, like Athroa said, lower heat. So, okay, why am I not getting? But I think for the most part, what we thought would work worked. Now, how much filament did we use? How much filament of that shredded did we use to make that amount? So we still have, we had 2.5 bags, and so we used one like about 45% of a bag, right, of the filament that we shredded. Oh, weigh it. Okay, let's see. Hold on. I do have a scale. Hold on. Okay. So that's 12.5 pounds. 12.5 pounds. 12.5 pounds is what this is. The other bag, what did I just do with the other bag? 9.6 pounds. And what we used, let's see. So this was complete. We had two completely full bags and we had one half bag. So let me pour this out into another baggie for a minute, just a little bit. I think that's about what the other bag was. What do you think? Is that about right? So we had one full bag, which was the 12.5 pound. And then this would have been 7.5. 12.5 and 7.5. So we used all of this. And we used almost the other full bag, which would be this. So 2.5, 12.5, 12, 2.2, 12.5. Because I used a whole full bag. Yeah. Well, but you know what? We need to, and I know we need to subtract the thing of the bag. So we had two full bags and one half bag. So if 12.5, 9.6. So I'm gonna say we used about 10 pounds. I'm gonna say we used about 10 pounds. Let's see what these weigh. But did we melt off a lot of that poundage? That's 1.2, 2.5, 3.3. So right there is 4.4. That's 4.4 pounds. So if we used approximately 10 pounds, to melt, there's 4.4 pounds. Whatever this poundage, whatever this weighs, whatever this butterfly weighs, it's still too hot. It's still too hot to peel off. But whatever that butterfly weighs, did we also reduce the heaviness? I don't know that we can weigh this. I know that we can weigh this on this scale. All right, guys. The one thing we know about me, is that sometimes I am dumb. So let's see something. It's not pounds. I lie. I lie all the time. Guys, it's late. It's late. Okay, hold on. Let me show you. Let's see. Okay. So when I'm looking at this, the first, this one, that's your gram. That's your ounce. Ounce. The last one's the pound. I was reading it wrong. I lie. It is not poundage. Ignore everything you just learned. Ignore everything you just learned. Okay? I know. I know. And you were sitting there saying, it can't be that heavy. There's no way it could be that heavy. And you're right. I was reading it wrong. I was reading it wrong because I'm a nerd. Okay? All right. Well, actually, I'm not a nerd because nerds are smarter. And I'm not smarter than a fifth grader. If I put this back on there, it would be, it's not pounds. I know nothing. I know nothing. It's 12.5 ounces, not pounds. Not pounds. Well, and I figured it out when I put this on there, and it came up, uh, even though it's not going to give us a good measurement, this came up 4 pounds. And I was like, wait a minute, how can that be only 4 pounds if that's 12 pounds? Because I am. So we're going to start again. I'm going to delete all that. 12.5 ounces, not pounds. Ounces. You're an Amazon with muscles. Yes. 12.5 ounces. Okay. So with 12.5 ounces, now let's look back at what we have here. So 12.5 ounces even did reduce in size. Okay, because think about it. If we used almost a whole bag, we used almost a whole bag of this, because remember, we had 2 full bags and a half, right? So we used so half of 12.5 would be 6.2. Let's round it up to 6.3. And then this is 9.6, so 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's another 3 ounces. So what did I just say? 6 and 3. So we used about, let's say, 10 ounces. On average, we used 10 ounces of our shred, okay? With 10 ounces of our shred melted down, fumes gone, there's 4.4 ounces. Whatever this butterfly weighs, this butterfly has to weigh at least 6 ounces or less. A little too hot still. It's just a little too hot. Okay. I feel so stupid. Yeah, nobody wants to sub my channel because I'm just so dumb. I'm so smart. Yes, I am. Smarty, 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 smarty. Okay. Well, anywho, I polluted the air in my home. I made my husband sick. I can't weigh anything, evidently. Yeah, I feel so smart. All right. Well, yep. Yep, yep, yep. We only got 3 names. So I am going to draw off of those 3 names to see who wins this wonderful crayon 3D print and a special 3D print to go with it. Okay. So what did I do with Pup Potty's name? Right there. So we got 3 whole names. 3 whole names for the drawing. They're still in there. Are we ready? Let's see whose name gets drawn. Oh, one fell out, but that's okay. This one. See who it is. Athrovus! You won! You won! So you win. Athrovus wins. Now Athrovus. Again, do not give me any information on Twitch on this right here. You can turn on whispers and whisper me where you'd like me to send it. Now, listen, if you have a P.O. box or if you have a safe place, maybe your work you would rather have it mailed to, or, well, because then they're not going to know who you are, though. Maybe of family members. I mean, it doesn't have to, wherever you want it mailed to. Or if you don't want to have it mailed, you don't feel comfortable giving your address, then you can just have a sub to the channel. So that's what you can do. So you let me know. You can whisper me on Twitch, or you can whisper me on, personal, on Discord. The sub would be nice. Okay, then I will just give you another sub. Okay, so you'll get a sub. Um, you're welcome. You're welcome. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to give their personal information. That's just, Okay, so Throweth is getting a sub to the channel. And you're welcome. We're going to do that right now. Now, let me ask you this. You already have a sub to my channel. Would you like a sub to somebody else's channel instead? Is there somebody else you would like to have a sub for? It will not hurt my feelings at all because you have a sub to mine already for this month. Okay, so we'll just add it to this one. All right, so let's get that. Let's do that right now. Let's see if this works, right? Let's see. Okay, evidently, I have to wait until your other gift one expires. I did not know that. I don't understand that. Hold on, let me see if I'm doing this right. Let me read this. I'm trying to read this note that keeps popping up, but it's not letting me see it. It's kind of running off the screen. It just, here's what it's telling me. But know that you do have 2 months. I will make sure of that. Okay. Um, Not exactly sure why it's doing it. but you definitely will have a second month. So don't worry about that. I will definitely take care of that. I think your first maybe your first subscription has to go out before I can renew it and do it again. So this I'm putting your name on this card. Okay. I don't know why I can't just. Let me see something. I want to read on it. Let me read on it real quick. Let's see. Um, oh, okay. It's likely a viewer is already subscribed. So they might be sporting a sub badge. Gift subscriptions are only available for tier 1 gift subscriptions at this time. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so as soon as your sub is done, then I can do the next one. So what's going to happen is when your sub is over, it'll ask you if you want to renew it. You just say no. Okay? The minute it does that, then I can give it to you again. So let me see. So just let me know when that happens. But I've got your name on this. This is yours. Okay. So as soon as it's now, in between this time, if you find a streamer that you really like and you decide you want to sub to their channel, let me know. And we can always take this sub, instead of putting it on mine, we could put it on theirs for you. So it is yours. So as soon as the gift sub is done, I'll redo it. I didn't know that you can only do one. I did not know that. So we'll have to wait until it expires. That's really crazy. I don't see why they can't just let you have a second one. But that's why. So as soon as your subscription's over, we can do another. So congratulations, you still win. Let's see if how about that butterfly's doing before we go. Let's see. Ow. Ow. The edges are sharp. Look, we didn't fill it all the way up. We didn't fill it all the way up. I think that helped too. Look at all the colors. Can you see all the colors? I wish this thing would do real color. My little camera does better, doesn't it? Does this little camera do better with the color? Yeah, and lower heat. You were right. Lower heat. You are amazing. Lower heat. For sure. Let's peel it out. Wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. Oh my goodness. Do you see this? Well, I know, right? It worked. But look how much darker it is here. All those colors kind of blended together and made it a lot darker there. But look how shiny it is. See how the light's refracting off of it? But I like this side better. But I like this side better. But on this side, you get all the designs of the butterfly. Maybe try 250. Do you think that the heat's also making the colors darker and mixing in more? It does. I mean, the colors are still good in it. It's just darker. See if we can get a so that you can actually see further at the yeah. So see all the colors there? But it worked. But what I think I could do is I could sand this other side, sand all the edges there, and take my Dremel and just put the designs into it, you know? Because this side is real nice and smooth as well, where this side is hard and rough. But it worked. Butterfly in the sky, I can fly twice as high. Gosh, that's really good. I like that. That is neat. That is neato. But yeah, like you said, and it's hard. Did I freeze? Did I freeze? No. Haha, you're gonna hear double me because my headphones died. Yeah, and add some antennas. Some antenna, yeah. Yeah, and you know what? We could actually use the scrap filament for that as well. What happened to our scissors? Oh, that's still a little warm though. Look at our scissors. Ew. Comes off easy though. Well, that piece, yeah, there, see? We'll put that back in the recycle. So maybe just a little heat gun. So not too snazzy, not too bad, not too bad. I really wish you could see the color that it's actually, because there are some really wonderful colors, but it's hard to see on this camera. The camera's making it just look all dark, dark brown, and it's not really dark brown. Well, light doesn't seep through it. It's nice and thick. I mean, there's no light seeping through. Oh, well, maybe in certain areas there is. Let's see. Oh, that would be neat if I put a light source behind it. Oh, I wish you could see this better. What is wrong with me? See where some of the light's coming through it? So that would be neat to have some lights behind it. But yeah, I'm so glad this one turned out like it did. But like I said, I think I still like this side better. Even though that side has the designs. So with just a little trim work on this. All right. Well, I think now I can say we super succeeded. And we know lower temperature is fine. We don't need to go that huge 400. Um, I will try this again. I'll try it outside. And I'll have to, what I can do is I could take my iPad video. I apologize. I promise I wasn't picking my nose, but a piece of that plastic went up to my nose. Um, that's just gross. Yeah, that's embarrassing too. Um, oh, I don't know which is more. Okay. But yeah, maybe I could take my iPad outside. I wouldn't be able to live stream it, but I could. I think so. Yeah, and I think I could probably even use like a 3D pen. Sniffing butterflies. Yeah, that's me now. I'm the sniffing butterfly. Butterfly in my nose. It might smell like a rose. Um, but yeah, I think definitely I want to do this again outside. But I could video it with my iPad and just put it up on my YouTube when it's over with. I feel a few rough parts here. But I just love this. I just love this. I can't wait to get my Dremel out and just sand down these edges. And I really think I could take my Dremel through here. Take my sander, of course, and sand it down. Or record and play back with commentary on Twitch. You can, but according to the stuff that Twitch sent me, it says that you've got to be real careful and make sure people know that it's not a live video and that it is a recording. So it would have to be all over it because a lot of people were, I guess, at one point in time putting up recordings and pretending they were live. And so, yeah, I just would have to make sure that I'm very careful on how I do that. But yeah, so I'm gonna do it again. I'll do it outside next time. Um, and I am gonna work on this tomorrow. I will work on, well, probably not tomorrow, probably Wednesday or Thursday. I want to take my Dremel, so I'm going to sand it down on this side. I'm going to take my Dremel and I think I'm going to make designs into this side as well. And like we said, put some antenna on it. Maybe even some eyes, little eyes, you know. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I am really, really happy with it. I am so glad we got something that was, I mean, I like these. I did. I like these. But I really like this better. I like something that actually has more of, I can use this kind of thing. And what I can also do is I probably could drill a hole here and here and be able to put a string on it to hang it. Yeah, I really like this. My friend Iris loved butterflies. Butterflies were one of her favorite things. And so I'm going to name this Iris. I really like this. I do. All right. Well, with that being said, it is 1:45 in the morning. Oh my Gladden. I cannot believe I kept you all up this late. I cannot believe I kept you up this late. So I am going to see if there's anybody to raid. And yeah, I thank you guys so much for coming and putting up with all of this. I know it's probably not a lot of people's cup of tea. Oh, I said cup of tea, so I guess we got to have a cup of tea. Have a cup of tea. Um, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I want to do more stuff like this, but maybe not with fumes. I want to, as soon as I can afford, as soon as, where am I? I'm not even on the camera anymore again. Why do I keep getting off camera? My camera's sliding down, I think. Um, so, uh, as soon as I can afford to, if I could ever make any money, I want to get a set up in the basement because I would love to teach you some other things. I do laser engraving. I transfer photo to canvas. It's like giving canvas a tattoo. It's different than Mod Podge. Now, Mod Podge, you put the picture on your medium and then you just gunk it over there and you've got the picture, it's on there. But what I do is kind of like a tattoo. When you were a kid, you had those tattoos you put on your arm, you put water on it and you peeled the paper off. That's what I do. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see an old video of how it's done. But I'd like to teach people how to do it because I think that people are I think there are people out in our world that are greedy. And they make these things so expensive you can't afford to buy them. There was a picture my son saw and he wanted it. They wanted extremely too much money for it. I couldn't afford it. But I said, you know what? I'll see if I can figure out how to make you one. And I came home and I made him a better one, more authentic. I took an actual photo of a game, a Bengals game. I made letters with their name. I put the letters on the picture, respliced that, and then transferred that to canvas and made him a wonderful picture. And it cost me about $8 to make, to where they were selling theirs for like $80 or something. It's ridiculous. So I learned how to do it myself. This is a photo transfer. Let's see if I can hold this up correctly to the camera. Hold on. So this is a photo transfer. And they don't always turn out perfect. Sometimes you have to paint in, like I had to paint in the light here more and some stuff over here and some of this. But so I want to teach people how to do that. And you use a gel medium and you put the paper down on it and then you're peeling the paper off of it for days. You can do it in color. Or you can do it in black and white. This is a picture of my mother-in-law and father-in-law. See if I can get this into frame. That's transferring photo to canvas. I can also do it to, you can do it to anything, to drywall, to, this is a piece of wood. This is a piece of wood. And I turned it into a coaster. I just put some cork on the back of it. Yes, black and white is timeless. I love the black and white. I thought that one was really good. But I also laser engrave. So I want to teach that too. I have a small, cheap 5-diode laser. But it did this. That's done with a laser on canvas. That's me and my husband. Yeah, my wedding picture. 27 years ago. Oi. Oi. Oh, so young. But so I want to teach that stuff too, but in order to do that, I have to do it downstairs. So eventually we'll get there. Because I want to teach people how to do this stuff so that you can do it on your own. That laser was $160. $160 is nothing to sneeze at. That's a lot of money. I didn't buy it. It was a gift. But if you can learn to do it yourself, I just think it's so much better because people are out there just too much. And I also teach painting, the painting above my head. That's one of my paintings. Now I was blown away when somebody wanted to buy that, and they did give me $60 for it. I was so excited. Um, but I miss it. I miss it a lot. It's one of my first paintings. Well, not my first painting ever, but one of my first paintings of that style. Um, oh, you know what? I could have just showed you. Don't you just love seeing my up and close all my wrinkles? I'm looking for the camera that says me. There it is. All right. So so yeah, so the painting over my head there, that's Bubbles. And then the painting in the left-hand corner, that's that's an REO Speedwagon record. It had a big crack in it, couldn't be used anymore, so I recycle, reused, and and reused it. So I paint over them when they're broken. Down next to Rosarial, you see the flowers and the fox. Those are all 3D printed. But that bird, that's actually laser engraved on wood. And next to them, you see the seals and the orangutan. Those are both photo transfers to canvas. So with that, I keep saying I'm going to let everybody go. It's 1:54. I have kept you a thrill, but I don't know how you put up with me. I don't know how you put up with me. I thank you so much for sticking with me and hanging out with me. I feel like I've kept you hostage. Never feel like you have to stay. But I do thank you so much for being here. And I want to thank Potino Bowen for being here and Pup Potty. Thank you, Pup Potty, for being here. And thank you for all of everybody else that was here today who came and hung out and watched. Yeah, I am too. I told my husband, I said, I could do a 24-hour stream and not have a problem with it. My boss might, especially tomorrow when I'm sleeping at my desk. But I don't even know what time I'm getting in tomorrow because the furnace guy's coming at 7, and it's 2 now, so 1:55. You too, Pup Potty. It was so good, and your name was in the drawing. I'm sorry you didn't win this time, but we will have more streams, and we are going to have more drawings, and hopefully they'll be more professional once I figure out how to do all of that. And hopefully I can get some better prints to become prizes. And I like it. Everybody who watches the stream. Well, I wish, I wish I could work from home and didn't, could be my own boss. But what I really want to do is I want to open an arts and crafts store. Not any normal arts and crafts, not like a Michaels. Kind of like a Michaels, I guess, but not like them because I don't want it to be expensive and outrageously priced. I want to make enough that I pay for what I need, make my living, but not. I don't need to be a conglomerate. I don't need to be driving around in a Mercedes or anything like that. Just enough to get by. but I want it to have special meaning. I want it to be not only a place that you can buy arts and crafts, but I want it to be a place you can learn arts and crafts. So, and I want you to be able, I want it to be affordably learned. So say that there is a day that we have a day where kids can come and learn who can't afford to. Okay. Or maybe we have a day where everybody can learn, but if the parents can't afford the supplies to do the craft, they can volunteer to come and help with the craft. They can just come help work it to make sure everybody is getting what they need done. So that we can teach it and everybody learns, and the parents just work to help out during the class so their kids can be there, and I'll eat the cost. That's what I want to do. So that would be my dream job, I guess, would be having my own arts and crafts store that I could teach people stuff and make it reasonably priced. A lot of these places, that they may pay $2 for a bottle of paint and then they sell it for 20. They're making an $18 profit. And yes, I know they've got employees to pay, they got utilities to pay, but they got 20 stores doing that. I just want to be a community arts and supply store. But I want, and more, because like nowhere around me can you get a 3D printer. You have to go all the way to another state to get a 3D printer. All the way around, same thing with a laser engraver. You shouldn't have to go somewhere else, an hour and a half to 2 hour drive, instead of getting it in your own area. Yeah, okay. I'm getting off that soapbox. See, I said I was going to go, and then I just keep on going. Remember, if you've learned anything from me today, try to learn something new every day. Test everything. You got a hypothesis, try it out. As long as you do it safely, not like I did. And one other thing, never listen to me, because I lie all the time. Did you listen to the song from the beginning? It'll tell you I lie all the time. Look at how I did the measuring. I kept saying it was 12 pounds and it was 12 ounces. I mean, really, people. Really. All right. Thanks again for watching. Let's see who's out. Let's see who's out there. Is anybody out there today? Good night, Athrobith. Good night, Papati. Let's well, is it gonna let me? Okay, who's out here? Is there anybody out there? Oh, well, you know what? Poteen's still on. Poteen's on, but he's probably getting ready to get off. Let's see. I don't think I've ever gotten to raid Poteen, so let's raid him, because even if he's getting ready to end, he'll raid somebody else. Let's do it. What do you say? Yep, we're doing it. We're doing this. This is going to be so cool. Okay, here we go. We're raiding now.
I'm just going into an instance.
Good night, everybody.